Welcome to Ratios Easy Maths with IITians. In this chapter, we will unravel the mystery of quadratic equations. Here's a roadmap of the 4 checkpoints we will encounter on our journey. First, why do we even need to demystify quadratics and what their solutions really mean? Second, what are roots and what is their nature? Third, what are some subtleties of quadratic equations that we ought to know? And fourth, the graphs of quadratic equations. Let's go through each of the checkpoints. Say we have a room whose length is known to be 2 less than double the breadth. Also, you have a wooden block of area 4 square units which fits perfectly on the floor of the room. You don't have any ruler and you really want to know the dimensions of the room. How will you do it? For this, we take breadth of the room as x. This way, length equals twice x minus 2. Area of floor equals length times breadth, that is, x times 2x minus 2, which is the same as area of block, that is 4 units. A word of advice here, it's important for a student to know how to write clearly while solving math problems. This will not only get you higher scores, but also help you weed out your mistakes. Now, we can see that we can't go any further without solving this equation. By solving the equation, we mean finding the x for which the left hand side of the equation comes out to be 0, the RHS. A solution of a quadratic equation is any value that solves the equation. The expression at the left hand side of the equation is a quadratic function. Let's see how this function works. We have a quadratic function f of x. As we saw in the trigonometry section, a function can be assumed as a machine that takes in input values and puts out singular value for singular input. If we feed in -1, the output is 0. For 0, it is -4. And for 1, it is -4. If we have some solution for the equation, then this solution, when given as input for the function, should put out the output 0. We just saw that when we give the input -1, the output is 0. That means -1 solves the equation. That is, -1 is a solution. This is not possible since length measurement can't be negative and x is the breadth. Let's see if we can find out some other value that makes the output 0. Let's plot many values of input-output for the function and see if we can find the required input. Here, the values of x are the inputs to the function machine and values of y are the outputs from the machine. We arrive at a smooth graph by taking infinitely many inputs between -3 and +3. To get the solution of our quadratic equation, we need to find the inputs where f of x is 0. These are -1 and 2. For these two inputs, f of x is 0. That is, these two values satisfy our equation. We take the input 2 as our solution, hence the breadth is 2 and the length is twice x minus 2, that is also 2. Now that we have solved our previous problem, let's take quadratic equation in general form. ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Solving the general form will solve all the quadratic equations for us. For the last example, a equals 2, b equals -2 and c equals -4. But that's just one special case. As we change the values of a, b and c, the function also changes and correspondingly their solutions change. Here are some examples. Great! Now we can start unraveling the secrets of a general quadratic equation to solve all quadratic equations, and that we will do in the next video.